Okay, we are here with Nathan Vasquez talking about his plans for the future here in Multnomah County. We were talking about the public defender crisis and shortage. I wanted to ask you, because I reached out to Multnomah County defense attorneys this week who felt that the phrasing and kind of the messaging around this was inaccurate. So I asked Stacy Redding with Multnomah Defenders if there were any specific things that your office could do to help make these cases kind of move along. She said, our office sees many opportunities for improving on the ground efficiencies in the Multnomah County Circuit Court, like allowing for cases to resolve off of dockets usually reserved for release hearings, allowing line DAs more authority to negotiate their cases, and reducing unnecessary court appearances for calendaring and status. Do you see these as things that your office could do, or are there other things you could do to kind of reach across the aisle and help out?
Yeah, I'm always looking for ways to improve. On day one, I made some very direct changes in this area so that we changed how we are handling our misdemeanors to give our attorneys more ownership of cases and more ability to do some of these things. So, you know, I've already engaged in a lot of this type of activity, and it's something that I'm always going to look at how I can do my job better, but I'm always going to challenge people across the aisle to take more cases, because this community needs them to step up.
Okay. And talking about crime in our community, 2 high-profile task forces were started under DA Mike Schmidt: auto theft and retail theft. So how are we doing on both of those categories right now, and do those task forces still exist today?
This is work I do plan to continue, so yes, they do exist. We have seen some improvements, but there's still a long ways to go. When we look at kind of what I will call pre-pandemic levels, you know, we are not there yet. And we need to continue to fight hard in these areas, because when we're talking about the auto theft task force, we're talking about families that are losing their means of transportation. With the retail theft, this is hurting not just big businesses that we've seen leave, but really a lot of the small, you know, kind of small business owner businesses are really struggling with this. And so it's something I'm dedicated to making sure we continue to do this work.
Was there anything recently as far as theft rings or robberies that you wanted to tell us about?
Yes, my office, as I've said, you know, we're really excited about our strategic prosecution unit, and they have worked very closely with Portland Police, and we just developed a case where we're dropping about a 100-count indictment that involves a ring of, you know, up to 10 people that were terrorizing local small businesses. You know, we think could be as many as 100 different businesses that were hit, and they were hit multiple times. And so we've been very aggressive and active in doing that. And that indictment is coming out, and we're very excited about that, because my sincere hope is it brings relief to these victim businesses and to our community that's been suffering. So it's a great example of what we can do with our strategic prosecution.
Is this suggest that a lot of these crimes are linked to kind of certain groups only, as opposed to more individual basis?
Well, I think this is a great reflection of what happens when, you know, kind of it is that there's no rules type attitude, and that people feel like they can go out with impunity and really damage and steal from these small businesses. And it really took some of these businesses coming forward and saying, we need help. My office responded to that. We work closely with police, and I believe this is going to have a huge impact on our community in such a positive way. And
along those lines, what can people in the community do to help make our entire community safer?
Well, I think it comes down to some of the basics. Report crime. You know, work with law enforcement. If you see something, if you have something on your Ring camera, give that to law enforcement. You know, it takes all of us chipping in together to working towards this solution. And I know that my office is going to work extremely hard. I know that Portland Police is dedicated to this work, and I want to just see it as a whole community effort.
Is there anything that you think people should keep in mind when measuring your success in this role as you start out?
Well, I think kind of the overall goal is, do you feel safer? And, you know, do you feel like you are able to access the many wonderful parts of this city, this community? And that's the big one. You know, when we talk about numbers, I want to see the homicide rate come down. You know, this is such a horrible tragedy for each individual family that suffers from this. And it is something that, you know, I am dedicated to seeing improvement in this area.
I appreciate your time so much. Thank you so much, and good luck in your new post.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
And thanks for watching this bonus episode of Straight Talk. And a reminder, you can stream Straight Talk on your own schedule. You can download the free KGW Plus app, available now on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV. You can also listen anywhere you get your podcasts. We will see you next time on Straight Talk. Until then, thanks for watching and be well.